I believe that common goals that most parents would have would be, first of all, to clothe and shelter your children, to make sure that they're fed and basically just taken care of. And then there's also comes, of course, the education. You want to educate them, send them to school, make sure that they're learning and so they can fulfill things in life. Those are all very, very important things. But I think probably, in my estimation, is the teaching them about God and who God is, and that God does exist. But there's also another element to it. And I believe this is often just totally missed by so many of us parents. We need to teach our children that they're spiritual. And you say, what do you mean, Pastor? Well, simply this, is that the Bible is very clear. It teaches that we are both spirit and flesh, and that we are spiritual people, and that we live in a spiritual world, and that there's spiritual activity happening all around you. And helping the child have that awareness of their own spiritual self will help them as they grow, because that way they can better identify with God, who is also spiritual. And you see, as that develops, as a child grows, it helps them to understand how their life fits into the framework of what God is doing in their lives and how God is using them for His glory. Well, I know that as parents, we're very occupied with things. A lot of things going on, and things that are important, like going out and getting a job, working, and bringing home money to be able to feed the kids, and all the things that we've established that we need to do. But to neglect the reality of their spirituality, I believe, is robbing them of much. So that's why we've talked about this week about Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1, where it just talks about teaching and instructing the children, instructing people, just giving them knowledge and teaching them how to apply the knowledge that they receive. All of this to building up the reality of their own spiritual self and the relationship with the true and the living God. Now you say, well, Pastor King, that sounds awfully complicated to teach a child. But in reality, I am just absolutely amazed as I watch my grandchildren and how they quickly develop and how they quickly gravitate to things. I think oftentimes we sell them short because we think, well, they can't understand spiritual things. But I believe that there's things that they need to be taught, and they need to be taught at a very, very young age. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.